Yeah, it's paradise.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Seifu Roundtable, the Fantastic Four. Today we have a good lineup, same lineup as always. Daniel PRADO, the man, the myth, the legend. We got the TA expert, Confirmment RM.
What up?
And we got the Australian Down Under. Good day, Crypto Sean Clarke.
G'day, legends.
What is up? And Daniel doing some work today, getting us some news on his live. I love it. He's always out there. I wish I could have made it today with you, but obviously work meetings and my job. Who needs a job?
we won't soon.
I'm hoping you're right.
That's the plan. By the way, guys, I'll be done driving in 6 minutes. So I won't be having all this movement and stuff.
All right. So for all you who weren't on Daniel's live and you have no clue what the heck we are talking about, Brian Legend he said it's a free node. The point is to make it affordable for most. Yes, all nodes will rebase and you'll be able to claim / withdraw your rewards daily, but the initial 49K Seifu X coins will be locked and staked for the first 8 months until the intro APY is finished. So I took this as you'll be able to collect the rewards and the rebases up until the initial APY is done, and then you'll be able to pull out the staked amount. Now, a lot of people have different thoughts. So, Daniel, I know you have a different thought. What's your thought on this?
I took it as the promote being, it happening after the promotional period, meaning we will not receive during the. If I'm talking about when I say we, I'm 100% going to get a node. I mean, I have enough for it, and I'm going to be whitelisted, so I'm going to get a node. So we, as full node owners, will not receive. And I could be wrong. And if Brian, you're watching, hopefully you could do another super chat or something to let us know. But what I took that as we're not going to receive rebases from day one, which would be November 20th is when we all start rebasing. That we are going to not receive any rebases at all for the nodes, even though they will be rebasing. We won't receive those until after the promotional period. That's when we will begin to receive both those fees and rebases on the first day of the, in other words, the day after the promotional period ends. That's when we would collect those nodes every 24 hours collect those rebases every 24 hours along with the fees. That's what I took it as. But again, you could be 100% right. Like it could be just that it's staked and we collect it all at the end. I don't know. It was that's how I took it as. But since there's so many different takes on it, I'm starting to become a little confused by it. But that's how I took it.
The great thing is we won't have to wait long to find the answer for this, as he's going live tomorrow, 8 a.m. And I'm sure we'll know every answer unless he pops in here. And I know he's always watching because I got many points. Because Confirm it.
Con, what time is it down there, bro?
What was that, Daniel?
What time is it down there right now?
Well, I'm the same time as you.
No, I'm talking about in Australia.
9:19 in the
Sean
morning.
is there. I could have just asked Sean. I forgot. Oh, man, Sean, what time is it down there? You live right next to him, bro. Like he might be watching us, bro. I mean, it's daylight there with the sun shining on you, bro.
That bus is getting heavy, Daniel. It's 9:20 in the morning.
The bus is always
nice.
Here.
Yeah, so he might be watching.
Yeah, he might be up, but he then he may not. It depends how late into the night liaising with London and America, and everywhere else, you know. So maybe this is Brian's night time.
I'm just going to say this. He's always paying attention. Yesterday, we talked about the ad campaign in London, and what appears today, first thing, August 1st, it's a good to go. He gets the 500 likes, and boom, here we got the London campaign. It's going to be sick. Yep. And I like the simplicity of the ad. I don't know if you guys saw the ad. It just says,
it did.
Click here. So it makes you look at it and go, huh, what is that? And make you want to scan and then search into it and do your own research. So it's very simple, it's one of those, the more times you see it, the more times you want to click it. It's kind of like a Greek video, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the ad. I think it looks nice, and I think it is going to attract a lot of attention. And I think that attention is going to spur a lot of interest, and then that interest is going to turn into holders. I think that's going to be a very successful campaign, all before Dubai, which is just, there's going to be a lot of momentum going into Dubai.
Yeah, well, I definitely agree. One thing about Brian is, and we all know this to be true, he is an absolute master marketer. You know, the whole time, everything, the hype, even with all the FOMO and stuff, he's turned everything to the advantage of Seifu, and it'll be to Safuu X as well. Just back onto your first question, a bit hard to see, at least for me. The lights are too bright. You can sort of see it, yeah. With in regards to nodes, I'm sort of in between Greek and Daniel. I want it to be exactly what the Greek thinks, and I guess originally that's what I thought, but after having you guys read out that comment a few times, it could be either way. Both are good options. One I'd prefer is to be able to collect those rebases as well as the rewards every 24 hours. But that could be like absolutely stupendous wealth creation, like right at the start. So I think either way, maybe the second way is more sustainable at the start. Like long term, I don't think those volumes are going to matter at all because there'll be so much money coming in. But at the start, maybe it makes sense to cap it and not be able to get your rebases. But yeah, definitely prefer to be able to get them every 24 hours for sure.
Could this be one of those instances where he says a statement that's kind of like, you're like, and then he wants to see how everybody reacts to it, and then tomorrow he knows he's going live and he can just knock her socks off? Either way, I'm bullish as hell.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm bullish as hell, and it doesn't change anything. I mean, the fact that you're basically still getting a free note, whether you got to lock it up for 8 months. I ain't going anywhere, so what difference does it make for me? The nodes are a long-term play anyway, so anybody who cares about how long the stuff is locked up for. Originally, it was a sunk cost, and you weren't going to get anything out of it. So now, whatever it is amazing. So it's not even a thing for me. It's just, I would just like to know the specifics just so I could tell people what it is exactly.
Yeah.
So we got COVID Crypto. Hello there, the Greek. Seeing as you actually reply to comments, I try to. Actually, I haven't missed one in like 7 days. Daniel asks, why aren't people buying? As someone who has been through the sewers of the BSC space, I can surmise. I think this is a 2-part question.
Oh, it's like an 8-part.
Oh my God. If this fails, people can get back a percentage of what they put in. Again, this is just one suggestion, never been done in the DeFi space. The people buy and sell, well, they just paid into that. Oh,
look what you got yourself into.
I'm not talking about the SIF. What we need is investor confidence. I mean, I'm just going to stop it there. If we don't have confidence in Brian Legend and the project by now, it's
pretty self-explanatory right now, considering, like we talked about yesterday, all the other rebasing protocols are doing, for lack of a better word, shit. So we're doing pretty good. We hit a bottom and we're coming back. Like I just said, I don't see any other rebases, all the rebase forks doing that. So I think we do have pretty good investor confidence.
Yeah,
I think so too. Yeah.
Investor confidence in the project is amazing. The community, everybody in the project, yeah, they ask questions, and it's great to have questions, and we want to answer questions. I think what we're lacking is word of mouth to new investors, and that's where we're attacking head on now with the London campaign, Dubai, and that's where you get that big money in from the outside. And most people, if you give them the opportunity to get in prior to a blockchain, that's when the sentiment, they want to get in. This is the time to get in, and it's the perfect time to have all this stuff coming.
Not to mention what we're doing now, and what we all do individually every day with our live shots, answering questions, trying to talk to people to ease their concerns, to answer their questions that they may have. We're here for you all. So that's, all the things that are happening to get that that word out, including word of mouth. We're trying to do that as well by doing what we're doing literally right now to make sure that we can get this word out and help people that might have any concerns, questions, or whatever,
And inspire life goals. I think Dubai will be great for marketing and getting the Safuux name out there. Brian is very charismatic and knowledgeable, so that will only benefit the protocol. Not to mention, you got a crazy Greek going who's passionate about this project. Like I said in my video today, I love Seifu. I love Safuux even more. And we got Daniel PRADO going to Dubai, and he brings it every single day, and he's not going to stop down there.
I agree. And, I'm hoping that somehow, some way, maybe Sean and CONFERNMENT can end up getting to go as well. I'm just holding out hope for that. But, either way, you and I are going to be there. And, the excitement that you love to bring and your personality when you're out there, I can't wait to see you shine out there, as well as Chalk Talk, who will be there. And everyone's going to be very excited to see your brand new bald head. That's fantastic. I'm sure your hair will be grown by then. Mine most likely won't be, because, by the end of this month, if we hit $50, you already know I'm going straight Bruce Willis on everybody. But if it doesn't, I'm going to issue a new challenge for August for a $60 price. So it's not going to stop. At some point, I'm going to end up having to shave my head. So, the bottom line is that look out for all this. We're very excited to go down there to show you every aspect of what's going to happen down there. Live shots like crazy, shorts like crazy, and packages like crazy that we'll be able to put up for you all to enjoy. And then, of course, everybody else that is going to be looking into this new blockchain. Because don't forget, we just spoke about it. There is going to be a campaign for the people out there in London. And then, of course, because of what's going to be coming in Dubai, that in and of itself is going to create a word of mouth campaign that is going to spread like wildfire. So we may not have as many people as we'd like, but you can best believe with something like this being released to the public in the very near future, the word of mouth is going to get around. And we only have 159,000. I tell you guys that all the time, only 159,000. That might sound like a lot, but it pales in comparison to the 2, 3, and 5 million holders that we can end up having once we get to the blockchain come game day, January 20th.
It's going to be epic. I'm just saying that. I know I say that every day, and it sounds like a broken record, but it's going to be epic.
I just want to point out to everybody, look how gorgeous Sean looks. He's amazing, isn't he?
Definitely.
He's got the greatest background for a video ever.
Sean looks exactly like where he lives. He looks exactly like where he lives. I mean, if you had to picture a guy who lives on the beach, this is it. This is the guy.
Thank you, gentlemen. You're all very, very beautiful as well.
Don't patronize me.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hendrik Rivera, high question. Projects created on the blockchain would have to be super good for us to even want to exchange, sell, invest, or rebasing Safuux coin for their coin, NFT, etc. What do you guys think?
100%.
If you could repeat the question for me one more time, brother. You said it kind of quick. You're a faster reader than me.
Projects created on the blockchain would have to be super good for us to even want to exchange, sell, or invest our rebasing Safuux coin for the coin, NFT, etc. What do you guys think?
Well, of course. I mean, that's the projects that come on. I mean, that's a completely different animal. Those are going to be promoted by those groups that come on. It is going to be a whole bunch of different people, but my main concern is the blockchain itself. That's what we're going to be interested in. That's what I'm interested in. All of those people that come on, of course, is going to be extremely bullish because it's going to just create. It's going to create that all of the volume that we're all excited about us having once we hit the blockchain.
I have this feeling that other projects are going to get new investors to come on. Obviously, they have to buy Safuu to exchange. They're going to get in those other projects, and they're going to have a little bit of Safuu in their wallet, and they're going to be like, "Whoa, it keeps growing." And then they're going to be like, "Well, why don't I just hold the Safuu and get out of the project?" Not to be negative, but I'm just saying it might happen, and then you have even more Safuu holders, and it could be great.
I guess that's the exact same thing. Awesome. With like Ethereum and stuff, you know, there's so many amazing applications or tokens that are built on top of ETH, but it's probably still the king. And from its inception, it's had the biggest price growth sustainably, you know, like I was even buying it expensive at $80 and it went up to what, $4.5–5 grand or something. So I think like we're in for the biggest treat, but there's so many smart, brilliant, talented people out there, and Safuu, nothing like this has ever been created before. So it'll get people thinking in a new, unique way, and they will come to market with incredible projects, and there will, within that as well, be some life-changing opportunities as well. So like we want these great projects to be here, and I think there will be, you know, there's still going to be crap out there on any blockchain. We can't help that. But the ones that come up to the top, I think will just be world-class or next level in the DeFi space.
Yeah, I expect for something to come out that's going to be life-changing for a lot of different people, you know, because there's a lot of things that the blockchain can help. And when I say a lot of things, I'm talking about everything that you could think of, you know, hospitals, doctors, police, fire departments, you know, even your convenience stores. There's going to be a lot that is going to be developed on the blockchain that we just still have not realized yet. And the reason why is just simply because it's only 1% of the population of the world that basically is involved here. So, you know, once we start getting all of those other really brilliant minds that are just as brilliant as people that are already here, I think we're going to see things that are absolutely ridiculous as far as, you know, our mind is concerned. Like what we will think about them is just like in awe and shock. Like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe that somebody actually came up with this. And I think a lot of that's going to come out of Seifu.
Confirm, awesome. You got any thoughts?
The only thing that was on my mind is I actually saw in the comment section someone commented about Sean needing to shave his head, and that kind of made me cringe a little bit. Oh. And then funnily enough,
that's not going to happen, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even bother to try. That's not going to happen.
Never.
And then talk about supportive. My girlfriend's actually in the comments watching and adding to the chat. Like she's just learning about Seifu, and I think it's crazy. The ladies of Seifu just educating themselves and such. They're kind of like what Daniel was saying. get right. the ladies in.
The ladies.
I don't know what you guys are. Yeah, I don't know what you guys have as far as if you looked at your analytics, but the ladies of Daniel PRADO have stepped up in a very big way. We're at now 13.3 or 13.5% when it comes to the ladies. They were at 16%. So I think that that's probably what's happening on your guys' channel too. Have you guys checked your analytics?
I'm at 2 or 3%.
Oh no, the ladies of the
I was told the ladies love the beard. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
I don't know.
Ladies, can you please prove the Greek wrong? Let's get to it.
I was told you have to leave the house to get a lady, though. That's what my mom always says. I go,
I'm doing about 5%. I mean, a little bit better.
The Greek is so funny, man.
Hey, I can say
you have to leave the house.
Do you know what's funny? I have an awesome story. So we went to a Greek festival, and she goes, "I found this awesome girl for you." And I go, "What does she do?" And she goes, "She embalms bodies." I'm like, "What are you trying to set me up with, mother? This is terrible."
You're like, well, at least she
Funny.
knows how to handle it if it goes south, you know?
Yeah, I should get rid of the evidence. That's 5150 YT. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it so much.
I wish it showed them. That'd be so nice.
Yeah, it doesn't show the sticker. I didn't
Just
think of
super
that.
sticker. It's a nice little quote.
My new member, Ian Bednar from yesterday. Thank you so much for that. And with $4.99 super chat, started my day with Prado and ending my day with the Fantastic Four. Never fear, the Seifu Army is here. Excited for Brian's AMA tomorrow. Love you, boys. Look at that.
Thank
He
you,
included
Ian.
all four of us. No bus throwing this time. Sean's included. Everybody's included.
That's
It's a
right.
beautiful thing.
He's the GOAT. He's always in everyone's comments. A shout out to you, Ian.
Yeah, I appreciate him so much. And I'm so excited for that AMA tomorrow. It's going to make the morning amazing. It will delay my video because I got to see the information and then put it together how I want to do it. But still, it's always...
Maybe Brian, if you're watching, maybe drop a nugget for the Greek. Let's go.
Yeah, let's know the answer to that question. Are we going to get the rebases out of the node, or are we just going to get the reward?
I would hope you
Yeah.
would pop in and be like, boom, this is what it is.
Oh,
And then we could just be like, okay, cool.
There you go.
Suleiman Patel, she has been a supporter of my channel for a long time. The Seifu Dream Team in the house. She has converted to the good side from my other cryptos I used to cover. So for anybody who's like, Greek, why did you cover other stuff? See, people come over, they convert, they find the light. Sometimes it's a good thing.
It's like I say, people are allowed to be wrong, you know.
or just continuous improvement, as they say in Kaizen. And once you get more information, I believe with Seifu and Seifu X, it's just exposure. You know,
Yes.
the more you see it, the more you'll pop up, the more you learn about it, the more you realize that there is something absolutely unique and powerful happening here. That's a game changer.
One of the people in my comments said the same thing, Greek. The comment that was left was, listen, you know, I'm just finishing up, you know, swapping some other tokens that I'm just going to go all in now with Seifu. Excuse me. That I think is probably what people advise against, you know, like putting all your eggs in one basket. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. All my eggs are in this basket. I did have a couple of other things, but I don't really have any interest in anything else anymore. This is the one. And I think that, you know, a lot of successful people, when they are as successful as what we're planning to be, you do have to be pretty obsessed in order for your commitment and goals to be met. You know, and to me, I know that sounds a little bit crazy, being obsessed and so committed to a cryptocurrency, but I think this is just that important and that life changing that if you don't go all out, go all in, you're probably going to miss out. And you know, Sean likes to use that word, probability. And I think if we're going to go with that word, the probability of this being absolutely super successful are extremely high, don't you think, Sean?
I think the possibilities and the probabilities that this thing has the potential to do, like we say, it's not financial advice. And I can tell you a bit of a story. I used to have quite a bit of Ethereum, and I hold Bitcoin. I won't sell my Bitcoin for any reason, but everything else, I've just gone all in with Seifu because the probability of the possibilities is so high. I just believe it's not something that I want to miss out on, you know? And even if it does half of what we expect or think it can do, it's going to change lives. And I think it already has in many ways, you know?
I was telling people about like going all in on Seifu and they're like, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, well, what other token Rebase is? Doubles your wallet every month. And then what other token has a sacrifice event where you're going to have 65% bonus? And then what other token is coming out with a blockchain in 4 months and you're going to be early on in that blockchain? And I'm like, Boom, boom, boom. It's the perfect storm.
If I can, ladies and gentlemen, Barry McCockenher.
No way. My man Barry, you're on mute, brother.
We want to hear you, man.
Can
I
you
have
hear me?
muted him.
Yeah,
we
now-
can hear you.
you
There
sound
he
beautiful.
is.
Hey, you guys talking about going all in?
All right. Wait a moment here.
You knew it was gonna happen, my brother. What's
Oh, I
up,
love
bro?
it. His comments on Discord are amazing.
You
It
guys
makes me
get me excited.
Bro, you get me excited. Every day I see your name, I get absolutely sensationally excited.
It's fantastic. He was in the Discord with me and Greek with everybody else, obviously. And I'm just like, listen, Barry, you got to come on the show, bro. And he's like, yeah, come on. What do you want me to talk about? I'm like, whatever, bro. Just come on. Just because I knew people would want to see you, brother. Wait until you see the response that you get from this special guest star appearance on the Fantastic Four. This is great, bro.
The Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Wait,
That's the name of
as far
this
as I
show,
can see,
bro. But
there's
now I don't know. What's a
of us.
5 thing?
Well, I was turning the Fantastic Fivesome.
I don't know. It's like I feel I'm pretty fantastic all by myself. At least that's what I hear.
Of course you are, man.
Wait, am I muted? Wait,
No, you're
No,
you're
you're good.
live.
We can hear you. Where are you on your way to right now? I see you're on the road. The exciting life of Barry McCockenher. You must be on your way somewhere.
I was driving, but I lost you guys for a second there. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, mate.
I was just asking what you're on your way to because I know that you have an exciting life, as a lot of people in Discord get a big kick out of you and the comments that you make. What are you up to right now?
Let's see. Well, I don't want everyone to know my personal life. Come on.
Oh, that's just...
Yeah, nothing personal, but like you're on your way to do something. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no. I'm on my way. I'm driving to see a friend, so just gonna hang out with some of my buddies today. So that's been great. And I was hanging out with my buddy earlier today. He's one of the whales. I don't know what he is. He's got like a Leviathan. I don't know. But we were talking about strategy today, about all the sacrifice and all the good things that are happening in the future. And so I'm a small fish compared to him, but just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Buy some light nodes and all that stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty good Seifu day and hanging out with my buddies. So
fantastic. Have you had the same type of problem that I think most of us have, which is you tell your friends about it. Now it sounds like one of your friends did go in and now they're an investor, but like every person that I've told for the most part has just been like yeah, and then nothing happens and nobody's taking advantage of this incredible opportunity. Are all of your friends that way too? I know the one guy is in. He's a large holder. You told me about him in text messages, but do you have any other friends that have gotten involved, or are most of them like most of us?
I've told some of my friends, of course, like most people barely know what crypto is, and let alone DeFi. But
yeah,
my buddy, he's the one who actually told me about it. He got in on day one peak sale. Just dropped 10K, and just, went off to the running, so then he got me involved. And so I've been super excited. He's gotten a few other people involved. Yeah, it's kind of, people are just really skeptical, just the average person. So, but the people who actually know crypto, it's exciting to them. So, but it's like DeFi is like, crypto was the wild west, and but now that's what DeFi is. DeFi is the wild west. You can become rich, literally, in months if you do the right things. It's crazy. Obviously, you can lose a lot of money as well. But if you stick to the ethos of do your own research, only invest what you can afford to lose, then you can still keep your friends. But obviously, you feel bad if you tell people to get in the project, it doesn't do well or whatever. But But honestly, Seifu has been my biggest, crypto investment, and it has gone through. Obviously the whole crypto world got shooken up, and that's going to be interesting because it's going to consolidate things. Some things are going to fall, and some things are going to rise. And but people want to know where they're going to put all their money and all this freaking inflation. They got to find somewhere to stick all their money. And so I think once the word gets out there, more and more people are going to be more apt to investing. And it's like I always tell people, it's like, hey, you've got $100,000 to be investing. Put 10% of it in high risk, high reward stuff like crypto and DeFi. And maybe not all in one project, but what I've told people is spend the first month just learning about crypto and DeFi. Get on Discords, and then the second month you start doing little investments here and there until you get your confidence up and your feet wet, and then you're off in the running. It's like crypto. If you spend about a month of just dedicatedly learning all the stuff, learning all the lingo, all the pitfalls, all that stuff, you could literally go from being an average Joe to a crypto investor in a month, and that's just amazing. We're having this gold rush right now.
Thank you, everybody. That's all the time we have today. I'm just
Don't screw with him like that, man.
You're screw the numbers, man. Look, we lost somebody.
You just went through an entire lesson for us, bro. I didn't want to stop you because it was fantastic stuff that you were saying. But that's just the sentiment that I think a lot of people have. I can't really, add to what you just spoke about. Everything that you said was you hit the nail on the head.
Exactly.
Can I just add on to that quickly?
Oh yeah.
Yesterday I put out a video on profit taking strategies, and what Barry was saying is you can go from nothing to a crypto investor within a month. And then just the biggest thing that I said in that video was have a plan. Write it down. When you get more information, that's fine. You can change it, but be slow to change it. But if you can get your head right, like that's the number one trick to succeed in, the crypto or the DeFi or any investing space.
It's keeping yourself emotionally in check, because that's the hardest thing about crypto. It's just everyone always winds up selling on the way down, or when it's at a floor, and like after like a 50-60% fall, and they're like, you know what, it's gonna keep going lower. I'm just gonna sell all of it now. I'm gonna get out of it. I don't want the headache. I can't do this anymore. It's gonna go on forever. And then usually when that sentiment is all the way to at a low, kind of like how it has been. And then, you start to get that rise back up. They wait until it goes up like 40-50%, buy back in, and then they wind up occurring a loss again. And it's that's a good idea to kind of like write your plan down. But also what I heard was a great thing to do, if you plan on doing it for a long time, like a couple of years, write down how you feel at specific dates. So then you can go back in time and you can compare your emotional, mental self at specific times and see where the market was and what happened to it afterwards, because then you can kind of further judge it, because charts are just trends and they usually repeat. That's why the Fibonacci thing exists. So I thought that was very insightful, and I think that's very fruitful, because that's really true how crypto's always been up and down, up and down, up and down. Just that it's not going to just change that one time and just go straight to zero. That's my opinion. Obviously, I'll say it's not financial advice, but the whole market, we're too big now. We're at like we're at 1 trillion again. We reclaimed it. So
we're too big.
At least that's my thought. Yeah, we're not even started. That's the coolest thing about it. So let's see what happens with all, like, Safuu X could be that revolutionary just blockchain that just didn't exist yet. It just took 10, 11, 12 years.
And it's crazy to think that only 3% of the world's population has adopted crypto. So when we're early in Seifu and we're early in the crypto space as it is, it's just ridiculous. I'm going to run through some super chats. There is a lot of comments. So if you want your comment to be seen and read, I would appreciate super chats. You don't have to, of course. I just appreciate everything. 5150 YT, thank you. 999. You're You four truly are fantastic. It's now 5. Thanks for what you all do for the Seifu community every day. Want to give a shout out to Kevin Bjorklund and the Crypto Lead for amazing content here on YouTube. Obviously, yesterday we were talking about the Crypto Lead. I have to check out Kevin Bjorklund. I wonder what his channel name is. If that's his channel name, then I will check him out and watch his stuff. I don't know if any of you know who.
I do. I did watch his video yesterday, and it was fantastic. He's got a different channel that doesn't talk about crypto, but he inserted a video about Seifu to let his people know about it, and it was absolutely fantastic, and I appreciated it. I left the comment and everything. So yeah, and I saw the CONFERNMENT did as well. So yeah, that guy did a very good video, and I hope to see more from him.
Yeah, no, I Greek, you should have been tagged in that, so it might be in one of your mentions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has all 4 of us in it. Obviously not Barry, but I don't mean. See, now he's under the bus.
We have a
Next time he will be
sorry,
mentioned.
Barry.
Now when I see Barry in the comments in Discord, I'm gonna I have a face for the name now. I'm gonna be like, aha.
I mean, it's not. You're not exactly what I imagined. You're better. So
I'm actually more handsome in person. So like this is nothing. So
Nice.
Ooh.
That's what they say
You're
about Greek
also
too.
Now we're talking.
yeah.
Just on that, you're also a lot more mature as well. When
I'm
talking,
a lot more what?
than mature.
You're a lot more
Mature.
adult.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
you actually seem
Well-
like an adult. I was expecting you to
Oh.
be very young.
A 19-year-old kid.
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, that's great.
well, even younger, maybe 14 in your mum's basement, but clearly we can see you're not.
Well, speaking of adult and your mothers, no, I was kidding.
Oh, man.
How old are you? Okay, no, I was kidding.
It's great.
Did I?
You've always been such a joy, though, in the Discord, man. I'm sure you offend some people, but I just take it as what it's meant, as entertainment, and you've been hilarious
Entertainment.
from the
That's what
start.
it is.
Art,
Yeah.
well, art is knowing the rules and knowing how to break them. So I think I'm just trying to break enough rules so I don't get banned, and then have some fun and make some money.
Oh, you're on with the Fantastic Four. You have a lifeline now, so you're good. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I have no pool whatsoever.
Nope.
Shout out to William. You became the 4th YouTube member of my channel. Thank you so much. I
That is
appreciate
a-
all the support.
That is a
And,
nice profile photo. I like that.
That is a cool profile.
Yeah, I like
It's actually the background of my computer at work. That's what I. John Carter, thank you so much. $20. Excellent. The Fantastic Four back at it again. The rest of this year is going to be exciting. That is an understatement. It's going to be epic. My friends and I are proud of you guys. That means the world to me. I know it means the world to everybody who's up here. Thank
you, John.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
David Esch,
Shout out
$5.
to everybody down in the chat for helping each other out down there with answers as well. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it makes things easier on me. There's a lot to go through. David Esch, I'd love to know how you all heard about Seifu, also where you get your merch. So I'm going to start with Daniel on this one.
Well, I found out about Seifu simply by looking for something. You know, we've all been there where we found pretty much bottom when it comes to this industry and trying to find something that is actually going to work. You know what I mean? Like, that's the bottom line. What is going to work? And there is that problem that we all have in being able to find that. And in my search, I was about to watch another video when I saw the crazy look that Brian Legend had on his very first video that he had released that day. He had done a live shot doxing himself and was insisting that he's not going to scam anybody. I didn't watch that other video, needless to say. I clicked on that video and there was Brian Legend, and I clicked on that video and fell in love, and the rest, as they say, is history. You know, this is the one for me. I don't see anything else better than this. As far as merchandise, I think he asked about, merchandise is available in all kinds of different ways. I have a shop online, DanielPradoFashion.com. There's a lot of different things you can go onto. There's the Greek store. Seifu News, Asa Spade has a store as well that people can go to. If you guys go to seifu.blog, everybody who's interested in all things Seifu. Barry, I know that you need to go soon. If you do need to, brother, just go ahead and say goodbye because I know you're going to your friend's house.
No, I'm good. I'm just getting some gas, so we're good.
Okay, very good. Just if you do, bro, just go ahead and let us know. Just just jump in if we're talking. But if you need any information, all things Seifu, go ahead to seifu.blog. All of our shops are in there. Anybody that does sell Seifu gear, all of our writings and videos are in there. CONFERNMENT has writings now where he just briefly goes over the technical analysis that he does on a daily basis. So if you don't have enough time to go through his video that may be 10, 15, or even a half an hour long, you can just go ahead and read what he writes. Everything Seifu is on seifu.blog. And then, of course, Seifu News on Twitter if you guys want more information about just about everything. But that's where you guys can go for that kind of stuff. But as far as where I found it pretty much by accident, but I'm so glad that I did. But the reason why I found it by accident was once again, because I just never quit. I knew that there was going to be something out there as long as I just kept on trying and looking, and I found it with Brian Legend.
Sean, I never heard your story.
Yeah, I'll make a horrible story quickly. I saw a FUD video about it, went online and then found FUD articles about Seifu. So I ended up tousing more FUD for 2 videos. And then the community came at me so hard and so fast with so much factual information. And Brian actually ended up sending me an email and responded to a question that I put through over YouTube. And I'm like, wow, this is a real person here. And then I started reevaluating and looking into it a lot deeper, jumping onto the Discord and then finding everything else I could about the man, progressively. And you'll see I've taken those 2 rubbish videos down. Nobody needs to see that. But since then, I've been on a mission to inform people that there is this opportunity. And as I say, the possibility and the probability is high and the possibility is absolutely life-changing. So that's been my goal. And regards to the merch, I will be starting a merch line shortly. I think that'll go, and my YouTube description are on there as well. And then a shout out to Hank from Seifu.blog and then Ace of Spade with Seifu News and the Seifu Protocol.
Confirm it.
So it's my turn. Okay. Well, mine's not as glorious as either of those, but
I wouldn't say mine's glorious, bro.
Hey, yours is a revelation and a turnaround as a such, and turning a bad into a good. Mine
was so good that they're actually making a movie about it. The way I found Seifu.
Hollywood was like, yes, we need this.
You do every day, brother.
Yeah.
Confirmant.
I myself, I think I've only said this once or twice, but it's good to go live through it in reminders. I had watched one of RJ's videos. I think it was March 9th because I know the date. Why? I don't know. I remember when I bought my first car.
All-time high probably is why you said that's the all-time high as far as the price per token. That date, March 9th, was when we hit that.
Oh, was it?
There was a lot of hype on that day, and I remind everybody that was our all-time high per token, but that was not our actual all-time high. Yeah, because we were only worth about maybe 75 million, maybe even it may have even been less than that. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Luckily I didn't get it at the top. I got somewhat towards it, probably plus or minus 30-40%. But anyways, I was just like, wow. I know RJ doesn't really get himself in anything crazy. He's a very well-mannered and very respectful guy. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then I wound up throwing what I could into it. And then I wound up just doing more research steadily over time, kind of like Sean did. And I was absolutely blown away by it. And then come 2 months later, or actually, no, it was only a month because March, April, I did it towards the end of April. I was like, you know what? No one's talking about how they do charts. And I was like, you know what? I'll be that guy that maybe has 5 or 6 subs that's gonna make their video for like 1 or 2 people every day. And I'm like, I don't care. I just want to cover it. And then who knew that it would lead to this moment with all you beautiful people? So Seifu has been just it's a nice journey, and what got me into it was just seeing also the community. I got into the Discord. I was under a different name, like a different alias, and just seeing how everyone interacted with each other, just it felt different because after having been in Safe Moon, having been in some Ethereum ones and some Shiba ones, it seemed like the hospitality was just so much different. And that's, I think, what really drew me in the most was just the community as well. Not only Brian Legend, but just seeing how supportive people were of this project in such an early stage. So I will toss it over to whoever. No, actually,
Barry,
we need to hear Barry.
Yeah, Barry, I was going to say, then we'll let you go. Barry, you can go ahead and tell us how you got into Safuu. You mentioned that one of your friends is actually, so you're one of the people that we've all tried to touch by telling our friends about it. They don't do anything about it. One of your friends told you about it, and then you jumped all over it. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, well, so my friend was, he was making a lot of money, in crypto, thousands of dollars a day. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to listen to you, and so I got in, and even though it's gone, crypto has gone through the ringer lately. It's like I'm still 3 or 4x up. It's like that's freaking amazing, So it's like for me, it's been such a great journey and learning. It's like when you learn about crypto, it's like having another skill. It's like, why wouldn't you want to at least learn about all this stuff? At least when someone talks about this stuff, you can at least talk about it intelligently and have an opinion on it. So it's like, I think it's like not necessarily like, hey, you need to voice the best in this. It's like, hey, you need to wake up and learn about crypto because that's the future right there. You need to wake people up and say, hey, if you're not in this, you're losing out. And what they invest in, they may ask your opinion later, but it's like, dude, like you said, it's only 3% are in right now, but it's like pretty soon it's going to be a hell of a lot bigger percentage than that. And you better know what's going on. You're going to play catch up and you're going to be missing out. So I'm glad he did. I'm glad I listened to him. And I'm always going to be grateful for that. And luckily I had the time to really invest the time into learning and just, on my own, doing my own research and learning from other people, like you mentioned, RJ and other people like that. There's such a great wealth of information out there. You just need to get on YouTube and watch these videos and just get your mind blown and plug in and play. That's all you got to do. You got to start somewhere. It doesn't matter if you got $50, $500, $500,000. You're missing out if you don't know about crypto and DeFi.
Thank you, Barry McCockenher, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on to the show. We really appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you.
See you, legend.
Oh, sorry.
The Greek.
What a nice surprise that was.
Yeah.
Do you have
I thought it was too.
Backstage right now, Mr. Greek?
Nobody's backstage.
Oh, someone's like, Daniel invited me to the video and no one's added me yet. I'm like,
he's got to click the link.
Whoever that is, it might be one of the Nathans, because I didn't want to ruin that surprise. But we have the Nathans that are scheduled to come on too. You need to click on the link that Greek sent you. If you don't click on that, once you click on that, I should say, it'll bring you right to the entrance of the studio. And then once you enter the studio, Greek will see you there and bring you into the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Or just message in the private chat backstage if we don't see you. I'm sure
okay, he got it.
Okay, cool. Because he just said, no, I'm on YouTube. I'm like, uh-oh. Hey.
So guys, we got Nathan B here.
There he is.
What's happening, guys?
Oh, that's the other one.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you first.
See me. All right, good.
Well, perfect.
This is Nathan B. Right? Yeah, this is our winner, ladies and gentlemen, of the Tesla competition. How about that?
I just want everybody to know what an amazing guy he is. He donated 15 Seifu to my giveaway that was on my channel, made it all possible. I know he's been a big person in everybody's channels, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I got to keep doing it, keep giving away, But yeah, I was given this huge gift by Brian You know, I went to the website like everybody and just the other legendary Nathan's here. So yeah,
This is a show of Nathans. How about that? How are you, other legendary Nathan? Good to see you, brother. Nathan B. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just the other, the other Nathan came in. I just want everybody to know who is who. But you can continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about my win, and you know, I've never won anything in my life, and you know, kind of just put my name in the sheet that everybody else did, and I was watching it live on my cell phone, and I saw Nathan, and I was like, you know, that can't be me, right? You know, and yeah, and then I couldn't see the actual address come up, you know, so because I was on my cell phone, but then my phone started blowing up, and yeah, and then the biggest deal about this, I guess, was really getting a friend request from Brian. You know, that was pretty exciting. And then it became real, you know, that it was happening. So yeah, that's how it happened.
I'm just
Very
going to shoot
Can I
you
just-
live. Oh yeah, go.
Just in saying that, like you said, you never won anything, you know, and you're surprised, but you're also like a huge holder as well in the Seifu protocol.
Yeah.
And you'd obviously supported or gone into it with conviction, because the bag that you had was very similar to what you took away winning. So if you just want to tell us quickly a little bit about that and what gave you your conviction. Before you do, Greek, can you just get rid of that overlay over the top just while we've got 6 people? It cuts my face out. Please.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we can't have that, bro. Come on.
I saw
There we
that
go.
question. I saw that question before that came up and said, kind of, how did you guys get into Seifu? If you go around the room, and my story is very, very similar to Daniel's. You know, I was in some of these rebasing protocols before, and you know, I thought they were good. I thought that there was some things missing, and I didn't know what they were until Seifu came along with Brian, I would say. But yeah, I did a ton of research. I found out about Seifu through, you know, a YouTube post as well, like Daniel, and I did a ton of research on it. And you know, I think it was about a week and a half before, you know, the pre-sale, I was like looking into this thing, and I took a day off work, and I had my gut feeling. I looked at all the videos of Brian, and that was the missing piece that the other rebasing protocols didn't give me, was a face, you know, a real person to look at and listen to. And so, yeah, I went in, Sean, with, to be completely transparent, with 18 B&B, and I didn't have hundreds of B&B. I didn't have, you know, 20 or 30. I pretty much put what I had in, and it was just, I had that gut feeling. And, you know, I'd been in some of the DAO projects, and they were just, they were a start. There was something there, but yeah, they just didn't have Brian. I think that's the simplest answer. So
Great
That's
answer.
awesome.
I'm going to get through some super chats really quick because we got some stacking on here. William, $5 super chat. Do you think the fixed flex percentage will be the same percentage for the node rebases?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. So as it goes to fixed flex, it will be whatever you're staked in the node. Obviously, it's just rebases, just like regular coins, as Brian said. So that should be simple.
Yeah, whatever happens for one is going to happen for all when it comes to this. It doesn't. There isn't individuals that get better treatment because of their bag or whatever. It's whatever happens for everybody happens for all.
And Tori Hutto, thank you for the $4.99. If I bought on 3-1 then transferred to a ledger, do I need to transfer back to the OG wallet for node whitelist? Also, can you run a node on a ledger virtual computer? From what I believe, they can track your transaction and still you'd qualify for the node whitelist. That's what I've been told. As for running on a ledger, yes, you can run it on a ledger and have a virtual computer. That Crypto Lead did an excellent video about the virtual computer and how to run a node on that. So if you want to watch a great video for that, I will send you over to Crypto Lead on that one. It is an amazing video.
It sure is.
Ronan, thank you so much. $9.99. Thank you for all the info and content you provide. I do it because I have fun doing it. I love doing it. It's not even work for me. Like, I get excited to do another video. I think, how can I get crazier in each one? But I'm running out of hair on my body, so who knows what I'm going to do next.
The beard.
Yeah, for some reason he won't touch that freaking beard though, bro. Like, you know, you can shave that if you wanted to as another challenge.
Yeah, but I can't bring it all at once.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well, the compliment out of the blue decided to surprise everybody with his new look. The other Nathan is here though, brother. What's up, man?
yeah, not much. Sorry, I've been quiet and didn't want to interrupt. And my connection, I actually went over to a little park because I have a whole clan of kids. I have like 5 kids, and they're so noisy.
Wow.
There was no chance of being on video. So I went to a park, and then the connection was just horrible. So I actually drove back. I don't know if anybody saw me start driving. I drove around the corner back home to hop on the Wi-Fi on my driveway. So, but I want you guys to think about something really funny. Just think when the competition was going on for the Tesla. We're all checking in. Oh, who's the winner? Who's gonna win? I hear Brian call out, "Nathan, you won!" And thank God I knew my contract address, at least the first 5-6 numbers by heart. You know, so I saw it right away, and I'm like, "Oh, darn it, it's not me."
That's awesome.
So it was funny. I was for half a second, I was just like, "Oh yeah, oh."
Oh man, yeah. Sorry, bro.
No, but you know what? We got an awesome Nathan over here who won it. It's nice that at least it's another Nathan. So that's how I ended up with the name, the other Nathan, because in chat, Discord, people go, "Oh, are you Nathan? Are you the one that won the Tesla?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm the other one. I'm the one with the smaller bag." So, yeah, it's good times. This is I know earlier you guys were asking the question that, you know, someone was asking, how did you hear about Seifu? And yeah, if you don't mind, I'll kind of throw in mine real quick.
For sure.
Please.
Yeah, so I got in about March 7th. You know, unfortunately I hadn't heard about it yet. And funny enough, I've got a buddy he's been messing around with crypto for a long time, and for some reason, he has a knack of picking coins that are going to tank. If he puts money on one, it's going to tank. And so before I got in Safuu, I've been putting a little bit on this one that he met. Oh yeah, this is going to go to the moon. And then this one, and then all of a sudden I'm out a little money. And so all of a sudden I hear about Safuu. He tells me about it and says, "Oh, you might want to buy one." I don't really have much faith in it because of this guy, Brian Legend, and he's talking a little smack. And so I bought one. I jumped in, bought one. I started watching the rebase take effect. And even though the coin was at 220 and it went down just a tiny bit, I saw my bag get bigger. I'm like, okay, that looks good. And so I started watching videos. I started diving in, just looking at old videos, looking at the protocol, the difference. You know, the people in the Discord, it's like a family. You know, it really is. It's like a big family. And then really what sold me is Brian. I got to tell you, I have so much faith in Brian. You know what? Put all the FUD aside. You know, if people do that, it's sad because we have a guy over here who he doesn't have to be doing this. Let's be honest, he's set for life from just a little bit that we all know. He could be off on an island for the rest of his life, golden, and yet he's done different companies where he's gone and tried to help people. And you know, this I ended up jumping in, and you know, for some people it's not a lot of money, but I ended up jumping in and talked to my wife, and I said, "Look, I believe in it. I believe in Brian. This is different. There's something different about this. I felt like I had a spiritual moment almost. It sounds funny to say that, I know, but I really did. I felt like something higher up was telling me this is the Bitcoin. I lost out on a chance on Bitcoin years ago, and I should have. I got bad advice, and it really felt like this is that moment. This is your second chance. It's going to be bigger than Bitcoin, is the feeling that I was getting. And jumped in. I sold every little crypto I had. It wasn't a whole lot. Every single one. I sold them all. I got myself up to 18 Seifu. Then I put the 5,000 in. I got myself up to, I think 38. This is around the time when the coin was higher up. And, the market hit. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad the market crashed. I know it sounds crazy, but we have coins all around us just gone, left and right, falling apart. They're there for a few weeks. If they're lucky, they're just gone. And Safuu is there standing.
That's right.
And, I'm not going to lie. There could be a little stress when you see your 5 go down to 1,300 for a moment. But with everything Brian was doing, the way that he brings people in, the contests, the competitions, how active he is, you don't see that with any other type of crypto coin. You don't have a CEO and his team that are going on AMAs, all the time, showing their face, showing their identity, who they are, keeping it real, caring about people. And that was another part I saw as I watched, and I saw what Safuu did and how it stayed. Yeah, it did go down a little bit, of course, and then it just stayed. It didn't move a small amount. Once it hit the 9, everything else kept crashing, and boom, there's Safuu kicking in, and boom, we're back up. Then hit 27, almost 27 the other day, and staying strong. And
it is strong. And Nathan, I think you're along the same lines as me, where I've announced to people that, yeah, I'm all in when it comes to Seifu. And I have, when it went down, I've told everybody this as well. I was buying the heck out of those dips, but I'm curious about the Tesla, Nathan. Have you, since you've won, your bag is so enormous, have you actually taken advantage as well by adding to your bag when these dips happened? Because I know I did, and I had a lot already, but I still added to my position. Did you, during the dips, when it hit $9 or even $8, because we did go down to $8 and change, did you make a move there?
I did not. I did not. As you said, I already had a big bag. I didn't have a lot of cash, I would say, to do it, but I would have. I did get some family members into it, though. So that's one thing I did around the $11 mark. I got my sister into it. I got a couple of other friends. I've got a lot of colleagues into it. So I've been spreading the love. But yeah, so I didn't. My bag now, yeah, is as you said, it's decently big, if you could say that. And yeah, I feel blessed. This is the one. I agree with you, Daniel. I've been in crypto since 2017. I've been, lost money. I've made some money. I've cast the net across, a ton of different projects and coins. So I have a lot of experience, I would say, in tech and in crypto. And yeah, this is unbelievable. And what I say to people is, this is pre-sale version 2 right now, this time right now. We're in pre-sale version 2. And also, this is better than pre-sale, because what I was talking about before, I was, when it was the middle of February and I was looking at these videos, and I got that gut feeling, like Nathan was saying, that there's something bigger than this that is telling us to buy this, but I didn't have a ton of information. Right now, we have a ton of information out there. There's a ton of exciting news coming up. Brian's proved himself, time and time again. So if someone's listening to this and they're on the fence, yeah, it's not financial advice, but buy. So yeah, it's pre-sale version 2 to me. up until October. It's such an exciting time, like you guys have mentioned time and time again.
Well, you guys have been fantastic. Unless anybody else has any other questions for the Nathans, I want to thank you guys for coming on, showing your face, and sharing your stories. Especially you, Nathan, the Tesla winner, but the other Nathan, a fascinating look at how you're seeing things. Thank you guys for being on the show. You were both absolutely fantastic.
Anytime. Thanks for having us. Yeah.
You're awesome.
The only thing I would throw in really quick, that friend that didn't jump into Seifu, as time has gone on, I'll tell you what, he regrets it, and he's now throwing in. He finally woken up. Brian's growing on him too. So, we have a lot of exciting times ahead. Nothing we know Brian have in store.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Enjoy. See you in Discord.
Thanks, buddy.
Talk to you later.
Greek, I know you wanted to get to those super chats, brother. Why don't you continue with those? Because I know there's a lot of good questions.
Please clarify on nodes rebases. Will it be 191,000% APY as Safuu X with 15-minute epoch? We know it's going to be there. I don't know if you'll be able to collect it every day. That's the question we have, or if you have to wait for the 8-month period to end to get it all. I know that's one of the spots. If so, why the 24 hours claim period? The 24-hour claim period is to get your rewards that your node is producing. So you'll have to go in and collect those manually every day.
Yeah.
But, you don't have to do it every day. You can let them come stack up for like a few days and then collect them. So for anybody wondering, and yet is Baron joining? We wanted to have Baron on. He's an international man of mystery. He's out doing whatever it is the Baron does, but we appreciate everything he does. In Discord, this guy is amazing. He pushes our content. And today, the rundown of the weekly rundown was amazing. I loved it.
I did too. I don't know if you guys were in the room, Sean and Khan, but yeah, that Baron is something else with the way he crafts those posts. You can tell he puts a lot of effort into just literally one message that he'll send to everybody in the Discord. It's amazing the thought and care that goes into literally just one post. He went through in detail what has happened just today, but we did invite him onto the show. He is gonna, when he does, he's gonna appear in a mask, ladies and gentlemen, because he is an international man of mystery, and we want to keep that for him. So when he does, he said that he will come on another time, and it will be with a mask on, which is going to be very exciting for everybody.
And to get rid of rumors that he is Brian Legend secretly, he is not. We have spoken to him, so I can assure you that he's a real person. He's an interesting guy. We've had conversations, and
it's funny how many people in Discord are Brian Legend to many people. It's like
he's everybody apparently.
Yeah,
he is always watching, though. I will say that he's always watching.
Yes.
John Carter, thank you once again for the $20 donation. The Fantastic Four is soon to be the Avengers. Cool. Have a marvelous day, guys. I like what he did there. Have a marvelous day. That is great. Thank you so much for your support.
That's very clever.
Ian Bednar, again, thank you so much. We are the early Bitcoin holders, but for Seifu, going hard and hold. Billionaires have been made by this simple concept. Lucky for us, Seifu X rebases. That is my thought exactly. We are still so early. I know everybody here has the same thoughts on it. We stress it every day. Sometimes people are like, you keep saying the same thing. But it's hard not to say the same thing. I just want to yell it sometimes at the camera. Like, people think I'm crazy when I'm doing my videos. I'm talking to a camera, and they're like, what are you doing?
Yelling at an inanimate object.
You got to get crazy.
But it's so epic.
I think so too. Yeah. I love it.
I'm going to have to go in about 2 minutes, gentlemen.
All right. Just.
Well, Sean, while we have you for the next 2 minutes, why don't you just talk, bro? Because everybody just loves listening to you talk, bro, with that beautiful voice.
Your voice. They love
it.
Oh,
yeah. Just put it on loop before you go to bed.
Thank you. Actually, make sure you put Confirmment's videos on loop. Man, you must be so close. What, 100 hours or something?
Yeah, 150.
Be ticking down. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife
so
put it
jump
on
over
loop
to my
last night
boys.
and it played all the way through.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
it sucks. The analytics are like 2 days behind. It says July 19th. I'm like, can you update for now?
That's the worst.
You might be very close, if not right on it, bro. I think you might be there by now.
I think so. It's holding out on me.
Yeah. It'll be awesome and well deserved when that happens.
Appreciate you, Sean, for saying that.
You're just such a legend. And what I'd like to say to the community, everyone here, if you're not subscribed to any one of us, if you could do us a favor to all of us and do that for myself personally, and it's due to Nathan B, who was just on there donating money to the channel. I'll be doing a 10 Seifu giveaway in my next video that I do as well. So stay tuned for that. And I saw a comment, I'll save that for you to read out as well, but some of these giveaways and stuff that have happened, and even Ari as well doing these giveaways, have just actually changed people's lives and stuff. So if you do win something or you have the capacity, and it doesn't need to be in Seifu or crypto, we've got discretionary income to be able to invest and do that. But if you can help out someone in any way, whether it's money or just time, I think there's probably nothing more important in life that we could be doing. So public service announcement out of the way, you know, there's just so much bullish stuff coming up, you know, and like we sort of joke about yelling into the camera and everything, but how can we not? Because it's so amazing what Brian's done the whole time. If you can't believe in Brian as a person, well, you're obviously not paying attention, or there's just something, you know, someone was asking, where are these people that spread FUD? Well, they've gone very quiet, but everything they say is just from like an emotional base. There's no factual information behind it. So I think that's why this community has grown the way it has, and it's so genuine, so loving, so caring with everyone. You know, when we have a bit of fun and Barry will jump into the Discord and all that and stir the pot, and I enjoy doing that as well. But I think collectively, what's happening here is very special. And as we allude to, I believe, you know, the possibility and the potential of this thing is just absolutely insane. So, Greek, thank you so much for having me on today, brother. We'll do the roundtable next week on Confirmment's channel. If you're happy to host us, Confirmment. And thank you to Daniel and Con for being here as well. Cheers, Greek.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And by the time that happens, CONFERNMENT should be monetized. So that'll be great for you on your channel, brother. Later on, Sean, brother, we love you.
Peace out.
Triple Moon Goddess, just to go along with what Sean was saying. Thank you, Daniel, Nathan B, and Ari for the giveaways. I won from you. God bless you for the blessings. And thank you. All you YouTube channels that do giveaways for the community, I add on payday if I can. That is the way. And we're not going to stop. None of us are going to stop. We're going to be here. And
can we comment about the fact that it goes from like smallest, like look like how you're a little further away, Daniel's a little closer, and I'm the closest. It's like we're like a little graph.
Yeah, we're the actual the uptrend right now that Seifu is having.
The future Seifu chart right here, Seifu X chart.
What did Sean say he was going to do a giveaway? How much did Sean say he was going to give away?
10.
I'm announcing an 11 Seifu giveaway. Now I'm just playing.
I can't get over this comment, and I'm not during this live stream. He did do this, and I did do the Seifu purchase. So I was looking down for a little bit because I wanted to get it while BNB was still up.
So
cool,
local loop to the Fantastic Four. You do so much for the community. Community needs to get back. I think give back. I just bought 2x two light nodes for Confirmment RM. Looks like the Greek is next for a light node. Let's go community. I appreciate everything when you put this in the Discord. I was ecstatic.
It was insane.
I was so happy, and it wasn't even for me. And I support every creator. Confirmment. I've been on his team. I've been pushing his content. Nobody's a bigger fan of him to get him monetized than me. I have commented on 3 different videos first, so I'm there.
Nice.
So
I'm never
when I
first
saw-
on anybody's comments.
when I saw this, it made me ecstatic. You know, we don't do this expecting anything. And I know earlier in the day, he had posted on Discord about the haters coming at him, that he was tired and his voice sounded sleepy. The information was there. I don't care how his voice sounds. The information was there. It was great, to the point. And, you know, haters are going to hate. We have to live with that. Unfortunately, they're everywhere. This is what makes it all worth it. And I know when he saw this, I was like, wow, start off the day with haters, and then look what you just got.
I
love my haters. You should all.
What was that?
Go ahead, Con. I know. I was just saying, I love my haters. You know, they're always welcome on the channel. Go ahead down in the comments and hate on the Greek too. We love you down there too. All the haters are welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and also, if you can, haters, make sure that your comments here on the live chat are super chats. That'd be helpful to the channel. Thank you.
Hate. No, I was surprised. In my Discord, after we spoke about that earlier this morning, my one of good friends, and like I said, my Discord channel that I have for my channel that's not public yet, but he was just like, don't worry, there's gonna be someone that's gonna do something for you. You're gonna get all the nodes and stuff like that. And I was like, no way. I was just like, I don't do this. I don't ask. I don't expect it. And then for this man to come out in the Discord and be like, I'm buying him nodes. I hope some other people are too. And I'm like I've messaged him probably for the past like maybe a couple of weeks, a month, but just like casual. And then for him to do this, I was just like,
just out of nowhere. Yeah, that's the kind of community we have, brother. That's not. And when he said it, I was in the Discord when he did that, and I said, yeah, I'm in. You know.
I messaged him like, dude, I'm like, you don't have to do this. I'm like, you don't. I don't expect any money out of it. I'm about to be monetized soon. There's nothing. And he's just like, I'm not taking no for an answer. I was like, okay. I'm like, well, I really appreciate it. It's mind boggling to me. Like I told him I have no words for it. I'm just ecstatic. It's astounded. There you go.
And this is the one thing that like the community of Seifu is like no other. I've been in many communities, and as soon as I started doing videos, it was instant love. And this is what makes it all worth it. And this wasn't even given to me, and I'm just as excited because I've been pushing Con for. So go watch his videos. Let's get him monetized. Let's really give him the love that he deserves. I mean, he has a busy schedule, and now he's adding to it, doing more TA on the
extremely busy.
You know, it's easy for a Greek. I'm a single guy who never leaves the house. I just Netflix and chill. So it's either video and chill or Netflix and chill with my pug. My pug is right now playing with a water bottle. See, he lives a life, and it's so easy for the Greek.
I thought that's what I thought. I heard Sheba. I thought I heard him walking around, but that's the water bottle in the background. I can hear it.
He's by my feet with a water bottle. The one I threw there in the video, he heard it from upstairs, got off the couch, and said, "No, I'm coming." And yes, my pug has an alias. It is Legend the Pug. So in honor of Brian Legend, we have Legend the Pug when he's on my videos. Of
nice.
course, he never stays stationary. He's always squirming, and he's so freaking heavy, and I'm so weak. So.
You crack me up, brother.
I'm just. Let's see. Do we have any other questions?
Seeing him makes me laugh. Okay, it's just his face.
Yeah.
So, Suns, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, he's yeah.
Hey guys, noob question here. Will Safuu X go on to a cold wallet, or will the team have to get some kind of contract with Ledger and other cold wallets? Obviously, cold wallets want to have every possible chain on their blockchain because nobody's going to want to buy your cold wallet if you're not supporting it. I anticipate by the time this comes out, they will have it on there. That's just the simple question.
Absolutely, yes.
The smart move to have it on there.
Oh, never mind. I read that one.
Confirm and sleep more.
Once again, hey guys, if I had not just put all my money in Seifu last night, I would be I would super chat this, but you can transfer Seifu from Trust Wallet to Ledger. I've only found things about MM on YouTube.
I wouldn't see why not.
Yes.
It's just a wallet to a wallet.
Yeah, it's a wallet to wallet. It's basically, and right now is the time to do it because you don't have the 12% fee, as we all know. There's so many comments here.
My eyes are so blue right now. Oh my god.
Oh, that's Suns again. Let's get somebody else.
Do
any of you gentlemen happen to know if you're using a virtual machine for light nodes, would one need a separate virtual machine for each node, or could all 5 nodes be placed on a single virtual machine? I would anticipate all 5 could be put on the same machine. It shouldn't be an issue. And this is what I advise doing. It takes all the pressure, all the issues of having a node out the window, like we originally said. So once again, Crypto Lead had a great video of how to set up a virtual machine.
Like what to go through next. I see you looking.
There's so
that
much.
is, by the way, what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the virtual machine. Just because it even if you have that generator that goes on automatically, if you go on vacation and things like that, and you leave the house, there's always going to be that worry. Whereas that virtual machine is going to be 100%, 24/7, 365 days a year. And so I'm going to go with that.
Oh, it's Oliver. This dude's awesome. And he's everywhere.
He's always in my comments. It really helps to have YouTubers like all you encouraging and guiding us.
We need people like you, man. That's what we need.
Yeah. What we really need is, what makes it worth it is the people watching us, the people supporting us, the people who are just here every day for us. Like, it gets discouraging sometimes if you just imagine doing the work and nobody's watching you. I'm not saying we want it. Of course I want views, but I love the community and I love the response I get from it. It makes everything worth it. And
absolutely,
you guys always show up, even when I get crazy.
Oliver is something else. I just wanted to give you a special shout out. Oliver, I love you, brother. He's all over the place when it comes to all of the content that I put out. He is a big time supporter. And I think that you are absolutely spectacular, brother. I wanted to give you that special shout out. You are an amazing person. I wish every subscriber and follower was like you on Twitter and on here on YouTube. You are really, really someone that engages not just with me, but everybody in every way that you can to try to get this word out. This good word, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing this because we want everybody to know about this the same way that you do. And then, of course, all of the people that are joining us that have not made this a part of their life, we're encouraging you to, because we expect that this is going to be something that will, in a very, very positive way, change your life. So changing your life is not something to be taken lightly. I'm not saying that because it's just a cool phrase to say, something that's fun to say. I'm saying it because it's actually the truth. It's the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why Greek is here, Sean, and then, of course, CONFERNMENT, who's over here to my right. I want you guys all to take advantage of this as soon as you possibly can, because this is the time, right here, right now. This is what you should be looking at. Right here, right now. It is going to change your life if you get involved right now. If you don't know that much about it and you're just finding out about it today here on the Greeks channel, go ahead and ask questions to me or any one of us. Come to the Discord. And then, of course, one of the biggest things that you could possibly do is just go ahead and go to Brian Legend's channel so that you could listen from the very beginning. And when I promise you that he is going to, you're not going to be able to stop. That is an actual fact. You will want to listen to everything that he has to say over and over and over again. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to each one of Brian Legend's videos. I don't watch them all. I've watched them all multiple times. It is a great tool for you to be able to learn what it is that you should be doing, or what it is that you should learn about, so that you can then be able to do what it is that you're supposed to do in order for you to be able to take that step to that financial freedom that we all seek. It is here in the Seifu protocol that will now be the Seifu X blockchain. I encourage you all to go ahead and do that so that you can now become a part of this family and then change your life forever. Go ahead, Greek. Sorry for the monologue.
So I normally don't like talking about Buffoon, but this has some ramifications to how I got into covering Seifu X. So Perry Savopoulos, fellow Greek, has anyone heard from that buffoon at On-Chain Crypto? He is a true motivator. After watching his interview with the man, Brian Legend, the buffoon motivated me into buying more Seifu. So,
well, I second that. I went on to his Discord and confronted him directly to tell him what an idiot he is, and that because of his buffoonery, it went down to, at that moment, $12. We had lost $2 in value, and I went in there to let him know that because of his buffoonery, I was able to get even more Seifu than I was supposed to get that day, because I was planning to buy anyway, but because of him, I was able to get more. So I did thank him the same way that you're thanking him. Don't worry, I did it for all of us right there in his Discord. I would encourage nobody to watch his channel. He is a complete con artist, in my opinion. All he has done is take from people's livelihoods and their pockets by discouraging them from coming over here to the Seifu protocol, which will now be the Seifu blockchain. And I wouldn't be surprised if that fool actually has bought into it now, because he knows that this is actually the real deal, and it's what is going to change most people's lives that get into it. And it's also going to be the best crypto that comes out of 2022 and then going into 2023. That's my opinion about it. I don't like to talk about it, but I wanted to make that clear. Yes, that guy is a complete and utter buffoon, and all he did was just ruin people's lives with his channel by discouraging them to come over to this protocol. But what it did do, like you mentioned, was it gave me a huge discount to be able to buy, because as I've told you guys on my channel over and over again, yes, this is the time to buy. When this dip happened, I was telling you all, and with the preface of this is not financial advice, but with the strong encouragement to buy this dip, because that's when this makes you even more wealthy, when you buy dips on things that you believe in. And I fully believe in this, and I'm glad that I did, and I'm glad that you did too. So thank you for that comment.
So I was an investor prior to that video, and I was watching Brian, and I'm like, you know what? I love this guy. I loved how when the FUD happened, he attacked it head on. And it was after that video where Brian had the AMA, and he was, when he had like 6 AMAs in a 2-day span, I left a super chat saying, you have another Greek FUD fighter in your corner, because I was so impressed with Brian Legend from that point. It was that moment that brought the Greek in to make videos, and I've been doing them nonstop since that day. So on-chain, you buffoon, you brought the Greek, and now you got the FUD fighting Greek, and that's what brought me into this. And I was super impressed by Brian Legend throughout the whole thing.
And I remember your first video was fantastic. Your absolute first video, when you announced that you were coming on to fight FUD, and I was appreciative of that. But make no mistake, people, this is not at all what that guy has claimed it to be. It is, in fact, the opposite. This is the one. As I said before, there can only be one, and this is it. This is the one, and I'm glad that most of you who are watching are a part of this. For those of you that are not, let's start to consider it very, very strongly, because it is something that, like we've been trying to tell everybody on a daily basis, sometimes twice a day, that this is something that you need to consider, because it's going to change your life in a drastic way, in my opinion. So go ahead and do what you need to do, but I hope that you're going to be joining us sometime soon.
Yes, you guys were telling me to change up, do some things a little differently in some videos. That was actually my first video that I did not do TA on. I just addressed the FUD from my own personal opinion, and that was interesting. It was just having a different point of view and actually getting on and just telling people and then having the reactions, because that was a big deal at the time. And I totally agree with what you did, and I think that's pretty cool that you went on there and kind of you set them straight.
Yeah, I mean, it was to me, it was hurtful, not for me because they made me richer. But what it was, the reason why it was hurtful was because I saw the amount of people leaving before his video because of all the nonsense that we had to go through with CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla is complete and utter atrocity of a video that he made that was also nothing but the same nonsense that that we have all battled and then won, and then he brought it up, making our price action suffer. And then, of course, that other guy decided to come in and try to add to that. But you know, all it did was just, you know, scare people who don't know better, who don't know better, into selling and leaving. And then a lot of them, after all of this has happened, where Brian, after the fighting that he did, going on live and answering questions and making sure people knew that he was not going anywhere. And then, of course, after all of that, announcing all of these things that are now in development now, where we are heading towards a blockchain. Because remember, this all happened, and all these announcements and the acceleration of this happened after all of that FUD happened. And now that we are in the area that we are in now, when it comes to where the blockchain is and our being so early in it, a lot of people are realizing that they made a mistake and they're coming back. But unfortunately, you know, it's just unfortunate that they even had to leave in the beginning anyway, because it was just literally because of people's selfish motives to try to get more viewers and clicks and whatever. And that to me is, you know, intolerable. I didn't watch any of those things. Of course, I was watching when Brian was live with him, but that turned out to be a complete mockery. Somebody of Brian's caliber being on that channel and then being treated the way that he was, to me, was absolutely disrespectful and incomprehensible. And to me, I just was like, you know, I don't even understand why this guy's doing this. He's ruined his channel to me. And, you know, but I'm glad to see that most people that have come back, because, and the reality is that they have, because we have more holders now and it's growing every day. But, you know, I'm glad that they came back, a lot of people, and moving forward, any kind of thing like that that happens, people need to understand those are selfish people trying to make a name for themselves, and that's it. That's the reason why they're doing it. They're trying to do something to get people to notice them, and that to me is not a good enough reason to be doing things on YouTube. I think that my channel and all of ours are here to help people, and how many people we grow by doesn't matter to me. Now, of course, I would like it to grow by as much as possible, because that means that this message is getting out to even more people. But I'm not doing this for the subscribers. I'm doing it for the people that do follow me and do subscribe, and that are here for solid information that will help them. And those people that are here, that's exactly why I do this, so that they can be able to experience life-changing wealth sometime in the very near future.
I just had to bring this comment up. Barry McCockiner. I need to sell merch that says I want to be Barry McCockiner when I grow up. I just found that funny. Classic guy. Slum Seifu X Millionaire. In regards to the node rebases and gas rewards, will there be a transfer tax to manually take it into your wallet? It will be just the small gas fee of 0.19%. That's usually what it is to collect rewards on other protocols that I'm in. It will probably be the same, just a few pennies worth.
Because it's not a buy and it's not a sell. It's just a transfer.
Yeah.
So it can only be that.
Yeah, it's a collection, whatever it is. And we do have another super chat.
CONFERNMENT.
Thank you so much. Get through that 2365 mark. Third time's the charm. How did the charts look? We haven't even asked you how the charts look.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Well, you know what? Good. You know, actually, and as I said that, we're at 2370. So today we got really high above that with that earlier in the morning. If you remember, we got up to like that 24. Let's see, 24 and 33 cents. It says on here. I think it was higher than that on our.
Could I say one thing? My wallet balance is at its all-time high right now.
Same
because of the rebases. So
yep. But this is it. Right now, we're right above it. If we're, is today closed yet? Let's see. Did we close above it? Oh, we're just we totally engulfed that candle yesterday. We're actually the candle that it made today, technically, because the new day starts at like 8 o'clock for some reason. It totally engulfed the previous days. So that's amazing. That buy pressure and that buy volume is nice. But now we're just sitting barely above that 23.65 mark. And I really want to see, even if it were to stay right here all day and just stay between 23.80 and 23.65 and just close above it, I'll be happy because we're going to be in that range that I was talking about the other day, that 23 to 26 region, because it can kind of ping pong around there. It's just table tennis back and forth between them until it wants to do something.
It's crazy how it's just doing what you say. It just follows you. Just
I won't give my secrets.
say $50. Say $50 right now, so Daniel can go like.
You see, I
Greg,
told
if you could share the screen and bring up the 4-hour chart for CONFERNMENT, I wanted to ask him
What site
about
do you
this.
like to use?
I was just looking at this earlier today because I don't think CONFERNMENT can bring up his screen, but if you bring it up for him, we can look at that 4-hour. The 4-hour. If you were to talk us through that 4-hour chart, because it is an absolutely spectacular chart. You could see the stairs have formed, and it is so consistent. It's not even funny. Where we are now is on the uptrend again on the on the 15-minute because of that 4-hour. You can see those last 3 or 4 candles, and that is, to me, I wanted you to look at that and see what that trend line leads to for that $50 mark, for the time that it will take, because I know that you like to do that too. You'll give us a prediction, but as far out as what it will take, even if it's in 2, 3, 4 weeks, if you were to look at that trend line, to take us to $50, where would you see that at around what time, if we remain consistent with this type of volume and the way this is going up and down and following that trend?
Greek, do you want to use that link that I sent you for Dex Screener? Because PooCoin is like a pain in the butt to have on a stream like this. It's very small.
Got it. Sure.
I wish it would load with the stuff that I have, but and then again, it would probably be a rainbow that everyone's going to be like, what the heck is going on? Let's see what we got here. What we got? Chrome tab. You got to be honest. Sometimes the ADHD takes over, and just you look at it, and it's absolutely insane. All right, and you got to change it to candle in the upper left. A little bit to the right next to you see how it says D for day? It's 2 over. There it is. One more. Oh, there it is. Yep. And now what you can also do is get rid of the show trades and the menu on the upper left.
Where is it?
Left side of the screen. See how it says show trades and show menu? You get rid of that and then get rid of trades. And then ta-da, look at that. Made it a lot better.
Nice.
So, yeah, no. So, and you have it on a 15-minute. You're going to want to put it to the 4-hour.
So much work to do.
Yeah. And actually, if you really, really, really want to, if you take your cursor, you see where it says switch the price to BNB. There's like an icon to make it the biggest it can right next to it.
This.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful.
Nice.
Now it takes up the whole screen. This is exactly how I like it.
Mm-hmm. I like it a lot.
So now if you scroll wheel back a little bit, you'll actually condense the chart, and then we'll see. Other way. There he goes. And oh god, it's on a logarithmic scale. God. Now I see why I do it. So no, you can look at that. You see, it is making stairs, and right at that $22 mark, as you can see, that's a very solid support. Because as you see with the other 2 legs over to the left there, where it made like a double hump before it fell, that was at the $22 mark.
Right here,
to the left, those 2 right there. Yeah. See how it retested it twice? Usually you do a double test, and if you do that and don't make it through it, you usually fall. And that's what it did. And then it came back and made a new high, broke right through it. And now we're coming back to that $22 support. We did dip through it a little bit, but that was just on just very short term ate that up, as you can see. And now we're just on a trend upwards. And what's crazy is that I was even watching some Bitcoin stuff. The way that this chart is right now is super bullish. And I'm going to be covering that in my video tonight. Just if it's able to reclaim that $27-$30 mark within a very short period, with like the next 2 or 3 weeks, it's it's kind of like it. I don't want to say Daniel's right, but I think he's right. I think it's going to $50 or $60 by October, and that can be supported by TA, especially even with the trend line, which, like I said, I'll show you guys later tonight.
Also, Brian Legend too. But don't forget his. In Discord, he's made that. He's made that his prediction is $68, and I think he's 100% right.
We do have a super chat from Crypto Mike, $5. You all are awesome. You've inspired me to do my first YouTube video, Seifu Testament. Love to meet you guys someday. Seifu X, most definitely changing lives. That is for real. Any help you need, you can reach out to any of us. I will give you tips, pointers. I always tell people, they're like, what kind of camera do you use? And I'm like, an iPhone 13 Pro. And I have a Shure M7 mic. That's really it. The main thing about YouTube, the main thing, regardless of camera, look at Daniel. He's in his car. He is filming in a car while moving. It's you. It's if
it's your personality, how you are.
If they can't connect with you, they're never. The rest doesn't stick. And if you watch my earlier videos to now, it's night and day.
And part of that, Greek and CONFERNMENT are very good at this. Also, is your engagement with your community. My wife was the one who encouraged me to make sure that I did that as well. And then, of course, I've heard you speak about this too, Greek. Your engagement with your audience down there in the comments is something that you should try to keep on top of as well. And as many times and as much as you can, respond to people down there.
And I do have a TikTok with 68,000 followers. So if you guys want me to do TikTok videos, I will start doing them and making that a thing again. Obviously, my followers are not they're different because I did a lot of different videos during the COVID boredom stage when we were stuck in our houses. But I might start doing some TikTok stuff. Who knows? It's just
sounds good.
We have another $10 super chat. A small gift for you, Greek, because Seifu says I can. Great job to all of you in the Seifu community. You are next, CONFERNMENT. We appreciate everything.
That, unfortunately.
Oh, it does. Yes. Yeah. Your name. Yeah, we're all excited that CONFERNMENT's probably going to be monetized next week. We're going to have a party on this channel. And
we'll have pizza, but I don't know if you guys can have it.
Absolutely. Fantastic. I'll order some pizza too. Yeah, let's do it.
I made a whole pizza yesterday for the 1-year anniversary of my weight loss surgery. And I ate 1.5 pieces. And I'm like, I've done my job. That's it.
By the way, Greek and everybody else watching, go to my channel to see the low carb pizza that I make. It's absolutely fantastic. Ox RJ has already done it, sent me pictures and everything. He's enjoying it. It is absolutely fantastic. You guys out there who are worried about your weight, eating that low carb pizza is going to remind you of eating an actual pizza because it's that good. So go ahead and try that out. There's a video. I know it's out of the blue. It has nothing to do with anything else that I talk about, which is only Seifu. But that video is in there for people just because I felt like doing something to give a little bit information about something else. So it's in there. So Greek, you should check that out, bro. I think you would enjoy that pizza.
CRM, can you please tell it to go to 1K October 20th?
I think it's as soon as your pug stops playing with the water bottle.
Jesus.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you could just tell the chart, to go to 1K. That'd be awesome.
Hey, I'm just messing with you. My corgi does the same thing, man. He takes that stuff, he runs. He's like, I'm gone. This is mine. Screwed all the dog toys. I just wanted your bottle. And I'm like, wow, that was money well spent.
I buy him a new dog toy every time I get him food.
And it's just water bottle.
Yeah, and then I drink water and he starts barking the second I finish half. But being a bariatric patient, like I can't chug like anybody else, so I have to like take small sips. So now you could see the anger in his face. He's like, "Grr,
He's like, can you freaking finish it so I can have it? Jesus,
damn
Dad.
you, Greek daddy."
Hey, I wish I could predict something like that. Maybe say Seifu X. Give it time. Not financial advice. I will say that again. But maybe.
Triple
That.
Moon Goddess says, "Greek, you look really good," with a kissy face emoji.
That's
Well,
where you say
well.
don't patronize me. It works every single time.
Now we're talking, Moon. I like that.
Gia Din, big supporter of my channel, also has some videos of his own. Very good.
Theo is the guy that is not going to have to sell his cow. That's absolutely fantastic news. He dropped that on us, I think, earlier today.
Yep.
He was making that announcement that his cow is definitely 100% not going to be sold. So congratulations.
Amazing.
So all we need is the wizard to get the price right, and he won't have to sell his cow. So that's basically what
that's
he
a lot
wants.
of pressure.
Pressure's on, brother. Meet it head on.
I remember when Brian told me that as soon when he made me the Discord TA specialist. He's like, the pressure's on, my friend. I'm like, uh-oh.
Greek, how many people do we have on watching the show? This is towards the end here, I guess. But there's
towards
still
the
some
top, we had 120 max, and we've been steadily between 95 and 110.
That's what I'm talking about. The crowd coming
And
through
we
in a
have,
big
we have
way.
95 right now, which normally I'm looking when to end it. Right now, there's not a lot of questions coming in. And I know I've covered all the super chats, so now is as good of a time as any. But
hour and 45. We're doing good.
Do you guys have any closing thoughts?
Just wanted to remind the ladies of Greek, let's make sure that you guys up those numbers over there on CONFERNMENT as well. You guys are sorely lacking over there. You're up at 13.5% on my channel, which still needs to be brought up, by the way. But it's an excellent performance on your part by coming up as much as you did. But on the Greeks channel and CONFERNMENT, they're only down there in the 1% and 4%, 1% and 3%. That's unacceptable, ladies. Let's get those numbers up if we can, please.
Say, hey, my girlfriend helped out a little bit there. She was watching the whole time.
There you go. Nice.
Hey, she's turned it into a Seifu girl, which is interesting.
Maybe one of these days she'll be Mrs. CONFERNMENT.
I'm not gonna she's probably not watching the stream right now, but that's what I've had plans of going to Australia next year, and I'm thinking of something like that. So, like I said, she's not gonna hear this because she's not gonna watch. She already watched her full. She got off about like 20 minutes ago. So
yeah, and then after that, Mrs. Greek will be next. We need to get Mrs. Greek.
If any ladies,
I think you're gonna have like a whole harem to choose from, Greek once January hits. So, brother, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, if any ladies want to go on a date, and you're in the Chicagoland area and you hold Seifu, that's a bonus. So, yeah,
I would actually call that a necessity to be a Seifu holder. To date the Greek, if you're not a Seifu holder, I don't really think it's going to work out.
That would be the next step in the relationship, joining the Seifu accounts.
Fantastic.
But yeah, it's been a great show once again. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for supporting the channel. I enjoy doing these, and I'm going to do these more often, probably live streams more often, because like I said, I have no life and I have nothing better to do. And you guys deserve the most information, and the Greek is here, so never fear. So until next time, we are going to be on CONFERNMENT's channel next week. Always be on the lookout because you never know when the Greek's going to appear in a live stream. He just shows up on a whim because, once again, I have no life. So look for me. I'll be appearing here and there. Have a great day. Remember, keep hodling, keep rebasing, and stay happy.
Absolutely.